Good afternoon and welcome to the press conference to kick off the 2017 Cayman Airways Invitational Under-15 Youth Cup, kicking off on the 2nd of May with a big final on the 7th of May. And before I talk too much about it, we have distinguished gentlemen joining us on our head table. I'll introduce them all and then I will ask for a few opening remarks. We do have from our title sponsor, Cayman Airways Limited, President and CEO, Mr. Fabian Worms. Next to him, the co-founder of the West Bay Sports Foundation, Mr. Mervyn Smith. To his left, we have the Honorable Osborne Bodden, Minister of Community Affairs, Youth and Sports. And to his left, we have Mr. Bruce Sigsworth. He is the head coach of the Cayman Islands National Under-15 team. And why Mr. Sigsworth is with us is because this year, as the national team gets set for the CONCACAF Championships this summer, figured why not give them a great test and good warm-up for that. So we'll hear from them all. But I will ask Mr. Worms, as the title sponsor, to say a few words.
Thanks, everyone. As the national airline of the Cayman Islands, Cayman Airways is very proud to offer more non-stop flights in and out of the Cayman Islands than any other carrier serving the Cayman Islands. We're distinguished from the other airlines serving the Cayman Islands by offering the most generous Cayman kind experience in the skies. We also take great pride in our community, and that is why we're so delighted to be the title sponsor for this tournament for the 4th year in a row. We're particularly proud to be the first point of contact, offering Cayman kindness to many of the visiting teams who will have on their journey to the Cayman Islands traveled on Cayman Airways. With 11 visiting teams participating in this year's tournament, Cayman Airways will be providing these teams with non-stop flights from some of our international gateways, including Miami, Tampa, Honduras, Kingston, and Havana. We're also delighted to provide travel to and from the Cayman Brac for the teams playing in Group C. Unlike most other Caribbean islands, the Cayman Islands have a significant advantage of being able to utilize its own national airline to help grow the island's sports tourism sector. And we at Cayman Airways are therefore very focused on supporting sports tourism. To visiting sports persons, we offer 2 free check bags, which makes Cayman Airways the ultimate choice as sports persons typically travel with a lot of equipment and gear. Tournaments such as this Youth Cup are also excellent for building awareness of the many attributes that our islands have to offer as a leading sports tourism destination in the region. As sports fans come together across the Cayman Islands and gather to cheer on their favorite teams, especially our very own Cayman Islands National Under-15 team, all of us at Cayman Airways join them in wishing them the best of luck and an enjoyable time in our beautiful Cayman Islands.
Thank you very much, Mr. Worms. Now, 12 teams, 3 groups, 2 islands. So before we get to the next speaker, I will let you know the teams who are in the Cayman Islands or who will be in the Cayman Islands for this tournament. Returning as champions from last year, a club you may have heard something about, Manchester City FC. We also have returning this year Major League Soccer academies from DC United and Houston Dynamo. Also returning this year, we have IMG Academy from Florida and Cavalier Soccer Club from Jamaica. Traveling from the US as well, you have Alchemy Soccer Club out of Minnesota. You have La Ceiba FC from Honduras. You have Harborview FC from Jamaica. You have the Bahamas national team. You have last year's runner-up Cuba national under-15 team. And we're pleased as well to announce that Trinidad and Tobago's national team are joining us as well. And with that, I go to a gentleman whom I'm told played some football in his day, Sports Minister Osborne Bodden.
Thank you, Ben, and pleasant good afternoon to everyone. As Minister for Community Affairs, Youth and Sports, and as Ben said, a huge football fan, I'm certainly thrilled to be counting down the days to the Cayman Airways on the U15 Invitational Youth Football Cup starting Tuesday, May 2nd. I'm sure we are all looking forward to watching the gamesmanship, the skills, and the great rivalries that have developed that comes with such contests. And of course, may the best team win. My ministry, along with the Ministry of District Administration, Tourism and Transport, are deeply honored to be sponsoring the tournament, which will promote the Cayman Islands as a world-class sports tourism destination. Matches, as you've just heard from the Cayman Airways chief, will be played on the BRAC, and we thank the Cup's organizers and host, the West Bay Sports Foundation, for having located all of the Group C matches there. Goes without saying the boost that gives to the BRAC economy. The tournament is bringing top flight football to our shores and is a wonderful opportunity to see the game's stars of tomorrow on our own pitches. Given that 12 academies and teams from England, US, Cuba, Jamaica, Trinidad, and of course the Cayman Islands will be taking part in friendly rivalry, I believe that the tournament is living up to its promise. As this event's reputation grows, it is clear that we've been able to attract the very best on the 15 teams from the region and beyond. I urge the public to go out to the matches and cheer the teams on. I'm also keen to meet Soca Warrior legend Russell Lapity, who is now the head coach of Trinidad and Tobago's national under-15 side. His transformation from a top-class player to a highly esteemed coach symbolizes the beauty of a sport which encourages its brightest players to give back to athletic youth. The final will be televised and is sure to attract a record audience. We look forward to the continued growth of football in the Cayman Islands and solidly support the wider growth of all sports for our young people. I thank you for being here and look forward to seeing hopefully some of the matches myself and seeing some of you out there. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you very much, Mr. Borden. I will ask Mervyn Smith, co-founder of the West Bay Sports Foundation, the organization that is putting together this tournament and has done so commendably over the past few years, to share a few words with us.
Yes, and thanks again, Ben, and good afternoon to everyone. Yes, we at the West Bay Sports Foundation is absolutely thrilled to put this event on now for the 4th year running. You know, we want to thank all the sponsors, everyone involved, and to say the idea from the start was to produce a tournament that would bring a high caliber standard of football to these islands in which our youth and our coaches could partake in for a learning experience, to create an environment in which all can flourish and that the Cayman Islands can at some point get to a place where we're recognized as one of those footballing countries. It's been the ultimate goal of the foundation and one of those things that, you know, we're working diligently to try to produce. Football is a passion, and it's why the West Bay Sports Foundation has chosen, obviously, football and football-related activities to pursue for our youths. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Smith. Now, I'm not sure if he's the one who put together the schedule, but whoever put it together deserves a raise, because when you look at the kickoff on the first day in the Cayman BRAC sports field, you have Cuba against Bahamas. Great opening match at 6:30 on Tuesday the 2nd. Then you have La Ceiba FC against Harborview FC at 8 o'clock, those games in Cayman BRAC. Now, at the Truman Bodden Sports Complex in Grand Cayman, we have two MLS academies kicking off against each other. You have Houston Dynamo and DC United. And if you don't know anything about football, trust me, those are two great academies from the US. High quality play. We saw them play last year. It's going to be great. Cavalier Soccer Club from Jamaica. They impressed a lot of people last year, and they said they have big ambitions this year. They're going to face IMG Academy from Florida, which will have a slightly local flair. We'll share that with you as the tournament goes on. You may see somebody we know putting on an IMG Academy shirt, but we'll save that drama for you for later on. And then Trinidad and Tobago's the Young Soca Warriors. They will go up against Manchester City on the opening night. We figured football fans would get all of that and savor it, take it in, before we let our national team here in the Cayman Islands take the pitch. We let Mr. Sigsworth be able to assess everybody, then he gets on the pitch. The first game for the Cayman Islands will be on Wednesday against IMG Academy from Florida. And as we speak of the Cayman Islands national team, we'll ask the head coach, Bruce Sigsworth, to say a few words.
Thank you, Ben. First, thank you first to Cayman Airways. It's always proud as a national team to be supported and sponsored, not only in this event, but by further training schedules that we have planned. They have always supported us and continue to support us, so we're always thankful for Cayman Airways, and it does our boys proud to travel on the national airline, which has a flag on the tail, like our emblem on our heart. Also, thank you to the ministry, who again has always supported, and we look forward to them continuing supporting the development and growth of the under 15 national team, and also to Mervyn and the whole West Bay Sports Foundation team for all of their support and bringing such a good level of football and competitiveness to us, to bring a challenge to our boys and exposure and experience they wouldn't see probably in a lifetime. As you mentioned, the Minister Borden played football. I'm sure he didn't play against a team such as Man City. Some of our boys will have that in their pockets after this event. So it is really top class. So thank you all. The boys are prepared. They're looking forward to the event. They're looking forward to the challenge of putting their knowledge and their learning into a game, highly competitive game situation. It is also a checkbox in our long-term player development for the boys in our holistic approach of developing better boys, better men for better Cayman. So we're really looking forward to it. The coaches are ready. We also as coaches gain immensely from seeing our boys in competitive matches and learning about, who steps up, who may not, who may need a little bit more support in certain areas. We get that knowledge from these kind of events. So on a whole, it's a great opportunity for all of us. We are also looking forward to raising some funds from our t-shirt sales and snack sales at the events. So look out for that. Also touch base with us on www.cayman.football. I don't think you can get a better website. Sorry, West Bay Sports Foundation. We're close to it. But yeah, we're also looking at funding for additional events and preparation. So we're very pleased. The boys are ready, and we look forward to it.
Thank you very much, Bruce. Now, let me run through the groupings so you have an idea of who's grouped with who. In Grand Cayman, in Group A, IMG Academy, Alchemy Soccer Club, Cavalier Soccer Club, Cayman Islands National Team. Also in Grand Cayman, now, I know it's a youth tournament, and at World Cup time, we always look forward to the Group of Death. So I'll brand this one as the Group of Death. Manchester City, DC United, Trinidad and Tobago's national under 15 team, Houston Dynamo. Group of Death in terms of big name clubs, not to say anything bad about the others, because when you look at Group C, who are playing all of their group games in the BRAC, Cuba national team, powerhouse team, La Ceiba FC, we know the Honduras community loves their football. Harbour View FC out of Jamaica is one of the top clubs. And the interesting part about having Harbour View FC in the BRAC, Harbour View FC has a great relationship with the sports department in Cayman BRAC, where one of their players, Michael Martin, is on loan to Harbour View FC and scoring in under 21 football over there. And to round up that group, Bahamas national under 15 team. The winner of each group advances to the semi-finals, which will be played at the Edbush Sports Complex in West Bay, and the best second place team will join them in the semi-finals. So Tuesday at Truman Bodden Sports Complex, Wednesday through Saturday at Edbush Sports Complex, then big party for the final is at Truman Bodden Sports Complex, through the week in Cayman BRAC, all at the Bluff. I will now ask any of our media colleagues here if they have any questions.
Dion Anglin, Radio Cayman. Can you name the players on your team like that? If you can, that's fine.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
another question too. Sorry. Dion Anglin, Radio Cayman. I'm asking if you can name your players on your team, on your national team. I'm also of the understanding that this is the first national team that we're actually fielding for this tournament in the 4 years that you guys have had it. And what can we expect from this national team? I guess going up against such competitive teams.
Yes, I'll name them. I don't want to, just searching quickly because I don't want to miss out anybody, because they're all very valued members of the team. We have in goal Finn Millward, Theo Whiteside, Jelani Morrison. We also have two very young goalkeepers who are actually under 13, who have been training with us for the future, because we're not only just about us today, we look for the future, and that is Jonathan Scott and Caleb, can't remember his last name at the moment. Yeah? Yes, Winspear. In the defense we have Luke Biles, Jaden Ebanks, Kieran Haylock, Kieran Basdeo Conley, or I think it might be Conley Basdeo. Don't get that wrong, Bruce. I'll be in trouble with Marley. We also have a Daniel Wallace, Tommy Kehoe, Micah Ogaro. In the midfield, we have a Jemai Griffiths, Bardre Tibbetts, Jonah Sigsworth, Jackson Kirkconnell. Let's see who else. Jarian's last name. Jarian might be at Ebanks.
Good chance.
Yeah. We also have Corey Smith, Victor Thompson Jr. We have an injured player, Harrison Hugh, who is unfortunately injured. We have Aiden Hugh, who is also coming back. We have David Pitcairn, Gunnar, the speedster, Studenhoff, Joshua Small. We have Nick McCallum and Zachary Redden. Who else? There's a few others. Jordan, and there's one more that I'm missing, but I'll remember. But they are prepared. They're looking forward to it. They're excited about the challenge. In regards to the level of competition, it's so hard to know. We expect it to be the highest level, so we just have to perform at our highest level. So the boys are really being challenged to perform at their level, their highest level, and see what happens. It is, like Ben said, there's some excellent competition, potential competition. Like I said, it's unknown. We've tried to sneak some video from Trinidad and all these places to see. Trinidad recently put together their national team, but they did some little tryout games. So we've been on YouTube and searching. The coaches are ready. We feel that we have given the boys the knowledge. It's about now putting it into a game situation and bringing it out in a game situation. We have been training from this group of boys were brought together after the PFL 4 years ago. So we've been in training for quite some time. They did well at the Naples Cup, which was one trip that we went on. And they have been playing up against under 17 and even under 20 mixed teams locally. So we actually have a practice game today. But they are ready. We're having a team meeting on Sunday for the full plan of attack, and we'll make Cayman proud, and the boys are up for making Cayman proud and hope to do that.
And is your practice game against you?
Practice game is at 4:30 at Ed Bush. We play against a mixed under 17, under 20 team today. Yeah.
Now, as he mentioned, the players on the squad, should point out, Gunnar Studenhoff played in the tournament last year as part of an Academy Select club, and he was selected to go to Manchester City to train. That was provided by the West Bay Sports Foundation. So as a football fan, sporting fan myself, it would be interesting to see now how he matches up against international competition after that experience and how he can learn. Jordan, question?
Hey, Coach. Jordan Armanese from Cayman 27. Just a quick question about sportsmanship. There's been a referee strike in CIFA right now. Have you spoken to the team just about, what the value of sportsmanship on the international level, since there's going to be a, added focus with other nations coming to Cayman? What has the dialogue been between you and the players about player-referee decorum in the upcoming tournament?
Very good, very good. Thanks for that question, because it is a very important part of us in being hosts, not only hosts, but being the people we are, Caymanian. We're welcoming, and we have spoken to the boys about that, but also about fair play. We will win the Fair Play Award. I don't know if there is an official one, but we will win the Fair Play Award. We will be supportive, exactly. We will be supportive of referee decisions and their position on the field. And the boys have accepted that and are going to put that forward. We will, of course, as coaches, monitor that because they are young boys, they are learning. We will guide them as best as we can. And we also, as coaches, because I think the situation with the referee was actually a coach and a referee, we as coaches will also we'll also win the Fair Play Award. We will be at the best, we'll be hosts. We will respect the referees as they deserve. And we hope that, and we're sure that the other teams also will follow suit.
Ozzy, similar question. How important is it to be on the best behavior in lieu of the incident over the last few weeks? You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, how important is it to put a good showing on to move forward in a positive manner for football in Cayman?
Well, it's super important, and I guess you've seen my comments publicly on that incident and other incidents. I have no tolerance for that. I played football maybe 20 competitively in the league, 20 plus years, and I can tell you, I never once, it hurt me when referees made bad decisions, but I never once felt like I wanted to hit a referee. There's no need for that. There's no place in the game for that. And we're hosting this tournament, so it would certainly be an even bigger black eye for us to go out there and act responsibly. We'll be Cayman kind, but we won't be Cayman soft. We will play hard and we will tackle hard, but tackle fairly. And that therein lies the difference. And the decisions all at that highest level are wrong and sometimes crazy, and you wonder, how in God's name did that referee see it that way? At the end of the day, these people are putting themselves forward to do a job for the game, for the sport. They should be respected. And I'm sure this group of guys under Bruce, and they're going to be well disciplined, and we don't have any fear of that.
Mervyn, same question on sportsmanship.
Sure. And if I could say, last 3 tournaments, we did not have that issue with our teams. They were well behaved, and as I said, they competed hard, but very fairly. So we're expecting the same thing again. Going forward, as Bruce has said, the discipline, the structure there, what they're promoting is what we're expecting. So I don't expect there to be an incident.
And I think I could say, having sat pitch side for every game last year, I've never seen sportsmanship at that level. At the end of the games, the players are hugging, thanking refs, even the ones who felt aggrieved. So it's something the West Bay Sports Foundation puts on. Sportsmanship is at the heart of this. It's about player development, and I think anybody coming out will see great football. I think if we have room for one more question before we wrap up. No further questions? Any final words from anybody at the head table?
I'll just add one thing to, I'm not a footballer per se, but the Cayman Airways name is affixed to this tournament, and our reputation is at stake. This tournament will receive a lot of international recognition, as will the Cayman Islands. So we need to keep that in the back of our minds as well. If anything negative was to happen in any way, shape, or form, it's not something that's just going to happen in our own backyard. It's going to be really out there. So all the players and everybody needs to keep that in mind.
And if I could just add, Ben, that's the type of tournament that we have produced today. Even from the organizers and that extra support from transportation, to accommodations. We haven't had incidents. And what we've also had, we've had teams from, in particular, the United States and so forth, who come here and who say this is the best tournament that they've participated in. And I say that, and we take that with real pride, to know that here in the Cayman Islands, they come from structured programs and organization that we're able to deliver something that's impressive to them. So, we expect this tournament to be like the rest of it. Run smoothly, high level of competition, the enthusiasm. Just want to say this in closing. We're asking everyone to come out and support the tournament. It's for our youth, and good evening.
And Ben, I'd just like to wrap up as Minister of Sport to say it's been a fantastic run for myself with these organizers. Fantastic in a sense from day one when we meet to discuss it, to us sponsoring and supporting, and the respect that we receive as sponsors. It's been great to work with these guys, and I think the country owes all of these organizers, as well as people who put on other tournaments, especially since when our CONCACAF sort of died away from us, and we had done so much in terms of resources. Our young people were, I know a lot of the players were probably disappointed and wondering, well, where's our competition going to come from? So it's this type of competition being put on by these guys that have made it possible, and the country is indeed grateful and certainly benefiting a lot from these sports tourism events. It's wonderful to work with Deputy Premier to put them on along with these guys, and just want to again implore the public to come out and support, really get behind our youngsters, support all of the youngsters, but especially support our Cayman youngsters. This is where we get our future stars from, and we build better people as well. So thank you all very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. And if you need to find more information about the tournament, we can ask you to visit CaymanYouthFootballCup.ky. All the information will be there. And as you go through the tournament, we will have live updates on social media. You can follow the tournament on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, as well. Cayman Sports Buzz will have full reports every day and updates at halftime and full time of each of the games. Gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming on out today, and the entire Cayman Islands. I encourage you to come on out, see great football, and support your national team. Thank you very much.